Well, friends, it's rather serendipitous that I stopped to film these beautiful peonies on my way to the Queen of Sweden roses along the front of the fence. Little did I know, the next day it was going to rain and just wreck some of these poor delicate blossoms. This truly is the time of year where it seems like the garden changes from one minute to the next, and sometimes it involves an unexpected rain shower. I introduced you to this hedge of young roses in my garden tour and thought I'd take a moment to show you these blooms while they were still on the plant, as I really need to cut these young roses down so they bush and fill out more. And of course, since I'm going to cut them, I'll use them to make an arrangement. If I were a better YouTuber, I would have been fussier about the lighting here, but it actually quite reflects the ambiance of arranging flowers in the evening in the parlor. The vase I'm using is actually from our wedding in 2010. It is one of a pair that was on the altar and had beautiful arrangements in it on each end. The other one is on the parlor table behind me there with the rabbit's foot fern in it. The first roses to go in were Madame Hardy, the beautiful white rose with the green eye, and then I started adding both the Queen of Sweden roses and some cuts of the climbing rose New Dawn that I showed you at the very beginning of this video. It's the rose that I have trained against my house. Something has been chomping on the leaves of this. It almost looks lacy with the light behind it. So I decided to trim off the leaves, and I almost felt like I was making one of those old-fashioned paper snowflakes when I was doing this, trimming off all those little leaves. I certainly don't mind an imperfect leaf here or there, but in this case I had plenty of foliage, so I just trimmed it all off. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a sweater, well, sometimes after the heat of a late spring or summer day, the air conditioning can just catch up to me and all of a sudden I'll get cold in the evening. So I threw on my gray sweater right before doing this. Most of my videos are very candid, and that's why a lot of times you'll see me wearing something comfortable or kind of beat up, and why my same raggedy black paint splattered sweatshirt tends to make an appearance in my crafting videos. I absolutely love arranging flowers, and I have to tell you, I'm thinking very seriously about growing more cut flowers. Possibly even starting a cut flower garden. We'll have to see, but the thought is there. Now, I'm sure we all know that foxglove is a beautiful but potentially quite deadly plant. So I'm being very careful that I keep track of all the bits that I cut off of it, the leaves and the stems. And I will be meticulous in the days ahead about making sure that I check for any fallen bits of flowers or leaves or any such potentially harmful detritus, as I do have cats. It'll be up high in a tall plant stand where I know they won't bother it, but I'll be sure to check beneath it multiple times a day. As a nurse, I have seen digoxin, which comes from digitalis, do some absolutely miraculous things for the heart, and I've also seen how frighteningly powerful it can be, even in small amounts. So I have great respect for this beauty. Arranging flowers is one of those activities that forces me to truly slow down and be in the moment and enjoy what I'm doing. And it also really helps me step away from those perfectionist tendencies that can sneak up on me, because the flowers and the stems, while you can manipulate them somewhat, they're going to do what they want to do. And after all, isn't that really the beauty of them? I hope you are enjoying this arrangement as much as I am, because I have to say it turned out even better than I expected, and it is so Victorian to me. It also really feels like an arrangement for the heart. Of course, roses have such an ancient association with love and feelings of the heart. But in addition, tinctured hawthornberry and rose hips have been used to heal the heart for centuries and are still relied upon heavily in herbal medicine today. And we already talked about how digitalis, or foxglove, is what we derive such an important heart medicine from. I was also inspired to throw a few blooms in the bottom of this little vintage ginger jar, St. Michael has an important place in every law enforcement household, and ours is no exception. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed spending some time arranging flowers with me today, and I will see you in the next video.